Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Faris Daniel bin Ishaq. My metric number is 10 DPM22F 1015. Today we want to present about problem scenario for Mami Burger Company. The first question is identify one position which can be offered by the company in the halal frozen food R&D department and discuss for suitable job duties and two specification for the position stated. One position which can be offered by Burger Mami company is research and development directors. For suitable job duties for R&D director is R&D director will carry out key business activities. They are also responsible for controlling, coordinating and carrying out research in various company departments, guaranteeing and continuous innovation of product and work processes. The R&D director will focus primarily on strategy execution and on initiating, fostering, maintaining external relationship and partnership with a host of different relevant organization. They also play a role in mentoring and developing R&D staff in resource allocation and R&D decision making. Two specification for R&D director is they need to have education. Research and development director are typically required to have a bachelor's degree in a science-related field such as biology, chemistry and engineering. Some employer prefer candidate who have a master or doctorate degree. Other than that, R&D director need to have training and experience. Research and development director typically have a minimum of 10 years of experience in a related field. They may have a worker as researchers or scientists before advancing to a management position. They may also have work as a research and development manager or director before advancing to a research and development director position.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Zohiri bin Shuaib. My metric number is 10DPM22F1021. Now I will continue for the question number 2. So for the question number 2 is disadvantage of internal and external source recruitment process. The disadvantage of internal recruitment process is negative impact on other employees. Internal recruitment may have a negative effect on other employees, particularly those who applied for the role and were not successful. This could result in them becoming less engaged in their work and decreasing job satisfaction, with one study finding that 24% of people were open to a job elsewhere because they had been overlooked for a promotion. What's more, if an employee is promoted above their peers, this could cause resentment or a lack of respect toward them. A manager who is losing a valued team member may also be resentful of this. The second point is reduce talent pool. If a company chooses internal recruitment, the pool of possible candidates is greatly reduced. In some cases, existing employees may be the best fit, but in others, an external perspective might be preferable. A new employee may bring with them innovative skills and refreshing ideas that could benefit the role and team. And over-reliance on internal hiring could also lead to stagnant company culture and employee complacency. The disadvantage of external recruitment process is a limited understanding of the company. When a candidate is selected from an external recruitment process, there is a possibility that the candidate might have less chance of understanding the environment of the company, and this lesser understanding can make a big difference in the future activities of the company. Therefore, there is some sort of issues with an external process which needs to be rectified for a better understanding of the company environment. External recruitment also have a higher risk. There is a possibility that the candidate selected for the post is not worthy of the position offered, and employees can take advantage of their position in the company. This type of risk is very much common in an external recruitment process, as most of the candidates applied for the job are total strangers to the company, and that is why it is considered one of the higher risk process of recruitment. For the third point is time consuming. Most of the companies post an advertisement for their company recruitment drive. Then there is a quite possible chance of receiving a higher number of applicants for the post, and the recruiter need to be very careful with their decision of selecting the best candidate for each round selection process. This different round of selection take a bit longer than the internal recruitment process, as it involves a number of processes. External recruitment will take a high cost, as most part of the external recruitment process mainly deals with complete new candidates. Then the company needs to come up with a pay scale for that candidate which could value them skill and ability. This can turn things a bit costly for the company, as they are in need of new ideas, and to get such new and creative ideas from the potential candidate, the company needs to provide them with the best possible deal to refuse them. With all this aspect, the company needs to provide intense training for the candidate. Screening a large number of candidates consumes more money, which will make a loss to the company. Now I will continue for the question 3. The types of on-the-job training can be conducted in increasing companies' efficiency is internship, whether paid or unpaid. An internship is a temporary position. They are mostly sought of by students and graduates. Rather than focusing on employment, the position focuses on career growth. The period of work experience gives exposure for the real working environment. The second type is apprenticeship. An apprenticeship program is typically for adult learners to earn money while they learn in a real job. While an internship focuses on experience, apprenticeship focuses on training. An apprentice should already know they want to work in that particular field. This type of on-the-job training is often used for highly skilled jobs that require a lot of practical training. Then, the job rotation. This technique involves moving employees between their assigned roles. It promotes experience and variety by switching a new employees around a range of positions. This is a great way to give employees an overview of the entire process. It also gives team members a better sense of what their colleagues do for the organization. Lastly, company need to do a mentoring programs. Signing a mentor to a new employee has many benefits, including learning on the job. The new hire gains practical advice, encouragement, and support. This method of training also teach the current experienced employees how to be a teacher.
What would companies do to attract a qualified candidate in the selection process? Write engaging and exciting ads that sell the role. You need to sell the job through an engaging advert to differentiate you from your competition. You've done the work on the job scorecard. You can be crystal clear about expectations of role and the salary. People will self-select as they read your ad, and the field of applicants is narrowed down to the people who will do the role for the money you're offering. A player will be attracted to your specificity and ambition. They can work out whether it fits with their parameters of success. Secondly, widen search criteria. Historically, you may have said you are only going to hire graduates who've worked in your sector for 5 years. My experience is that these type of heuristics are unnecessarily restrictive. Consider broadening your search criteria, as you may be missing some great candidates, particularly in more junior roles. Try to move towards recruiting for attitude and culture fit rather than fixed ideas of experience needed. Thirdly, make interviewing a team sport. The hiring team should interview together, then they can debrief together afterwards. This enables 2 or more perceptions of the same incident. I might say I wasn't sure about this characteristic, and the other person might have a different view. And least, you are at it. Make sure all your hiring team have interview training. It's rare to find managers who know how to interview well. Too often they are unprepared and sloppy. Interviewing needs to be taught like any other skill. Finally, you should offer feedback to every applicant. It's a small but essential thing. Don't be the one of those organizations that tell candidates, if you haven't heard from us within 4 weeks, assume you were unsuccessful. That's miserable and wrecks your employer brand. Give every candidate that applies to your company feedback, so your HR team will hit you for this. Thank you.
The question number 5 is apply the possible method that can be used by Puan KB to retain talent under the Employees Retention Program. The possible method that Puan KB can use is adopt a social recognition system to recognize employees. It's no secret people want to feel appreciated, understood, and recognized for a job well done. Resist falling into the pattern of only recognizing top performers. Every achiever also contribute and likely a larger group than your all-star. By adopting a social reward and recognition platform, Puan KB can make them feel appreciated in the workplace, so they are likely less to get discouraged and quit. Even simple act of recognition such as giving worker as a gift card to a local restaurant, treating them with respect and telling them you appreciate them goes a long way. Another method Puan KB can use is foster positive work relationship and teams. Positive workplace relationships are essential for employee satisfaction, retention, teamwork, loyalty, and optimal productivity. Create ways to foster collaboration, including occasional team building experience. These activities also help combat feeling of isolation and loneliness in remote workers. In addition to face-to-face team building options, there are many virtual team building activities and games available for a remote workforce. Examples include a virtual hosted game show, competition between teams. Question number 6 is state the advantage and disadvantage of group decision making in organization with regard to setting up of marketing office in foreign country. Advantage: first is more problem can be resolved. 2, more knowledge, fact and alternative can be evaluated. Third, discussion clarifies ambiguous issue and reduce uncertainty. 4, participation foster employee certification and support for decision selected. Disadvantage: first, time consuming, waste resource if used for program decision or strategic planning. 2, decision may be a compromise rather than the best solution. Third, group norm may reduce the quality of the group decision making process. 4, no clear focus for decision responsibility among group members.